Well, here we are on the other side of the bridge. We're on the north side of it now, facing south. And you can see here's the creek from this angle. And there's the pipeline over there. And then we have pasture over here. We're going to turn around. There was a tree that fell across the tracks. So you can see that. It was a big ass tree. Now somewhere in this area there was a crossing here 100 years ago. So here we go. So we just left 1,250 feet. We're going to come down here to 1,200, which is about where the tree fell. There you can see there's the 1,200. They did some real pushing. Maybe they had a train down here that did this, because look, it pushed into the dirt. Pretty impressive. Now this is where the area is where I believe there was a little road, and I thought I found some raised area right over here behind this, around the cedar tree area. I had put an arrow here at one point. We'll see that when we get down here. Here's the 1,100 mark, and the arrow is like coincidentally right there. So I thought maybe the crossing was here, just sort of seemed like it. Here's the 1,100 mark, and then here you can see over here, it's just more bushes and blackberries and a big old snag and some pretty old trees. It's just very level along here. There's not much elevation of the track over the rest of the land. It's not like it was, there's a few places like right in here. You can see there's some little cut they had to make through here. It's weird is some of the gravel is pushed up on the side. It's sort of bizarre. Down here we have even more of that, I'll show you. And now we have more farmland back here, you can see. So maybe potentially the road was in here, but it seemed like it was closer on the map. Then here you can see the ground falls away, and we have quite a little briar back over in there. And on this side, it's just some large trees, pasture. You can see a gate in the distance. And I probably walked past a marker. Yeah, I was close to the next one. Here it comes. Right up here. You can see now it's sort of fallen away a little bit. Oh, look at that. There's a piece of metal over there. It's probably a plate. Top plate. Yep, that's what it is. And here's our next marker, which is the 900-foot one. Now you can get a good feel for the pasture. What's interesting is seeing that raised area there. Maybe then there was another road that came through here. You can see it's still somewhat level. It's interesting. There's that raised earth. Comes through there. And then here's that gravel that's been sort of pushed up to a little pushed up into a little row. It's on both sides here. And we're approaching the next. This is 800. And then you can see it's just pretty much the same. Has a lot of wide space on both sides. No real hills or anything down here. This gets even flatter as we get closer to the intersection. More of this gravel that's been pushed up. We're approaching one of my ties. 700 is this one. A lot of junk there. Very flat. Just slightly raised. As you can see, this car is sitting down here. This truck is making me a little nervous. I don't know why he's watching me, or maybe he's just sitting there chewing his cud. Moving right along. This is where at some point the road would have come in here. It followed along the side. It came out of over in here and swooped in like this. Then you can see we have more farmland. And we're about to come up to another marker. And this one is number 500. And there's another anthill. This is close to where the abandoned Veazie station was, which is over there by the transmission line, according to Kathy. And then here's another one of my stakes coming up. It's 400. And the car left, thank goodness. Now through here, this is sort of the area I always suspected that that road came through about 100 years ago, and that's just about where the Veazie transmission or station was. So it's kind of coincidental. And then maybe the town was here, the logging camp was here at one time. And this crossing certainly wasn't like this. It just came down through here. As you get closer, it gets even more flat, like there was a road through here. You know, of course, remember, it's an old wagon type place. Here's number 300. So you can see there's more field. Been a lot of digging in here. Looks like my metal detector guys have been around. You can see it's just the same old, same old. This is where it really looks like there was a road here. See how it's or a siding. Something very flat along this area. And here's 200. Now we're moving along, we're getting close to the road, and my car is sitting there. It's just more flat, not very raised at all, no cutouts, and I just hit something metal. There is one of the spikes. I saw that earlier. Here's 100. And it's pretty soft over there where the road would have been, but that's, you know, time would have changed how it's all done. Of course, the railroad did quite a bit of maintenance. Now that's not maintained at all, but for years they were actually maintaining and scraping this area. Big piece of concrete. And then we have the road crossing, which maybe another day I'll come out and do that, and then you can take a look back. And then over there by the power transformer tower, that's where the abandoned station was. All right, this is the second half. Over and out.